Ah,
Mm.
unya.
Murag, oo.
I think
Ang
pwede sad
ThaiBispa
kuan.
pa is government
Pwede
ba
po
ni siya,
siguro
di?
kuan dyan.
Murag, yes,
I think
ma'am. Okay.
I
Go
think
ahead, sir.
partly pwede punta magpa-help kana bitaw unsaon pag-formalize sa atong consortium kay di ba nag-start po sila ana. I think pwede po nga training baka unsaon pag-invite og stakeholders, unsay mga rules siguro. Pwede ka na nga training ba nga para ma-formalize ginato ang DASIG ba nga kana bitaw giunsa nila pag-form sa ilang group. Pwede po ingana po nga
Okay.
training ba niya. After that, dito na sa sustainability. Kay mura ba unsa ta pag-invite sa other TBI, sa other nga mo member ba nga formal gid siya nga kana bitaw something nga na ba nga unsaon nimo ba
So
nga
parang
seryoso gid
history,
ang members nato o
how did they start? Murag
yeah
inana.
Mm.
o mura
Yeah,
na ba
kasi
nga
sakto ang
Mm.
giingon ni Sir Justin nun kay katulad ni Sir Just ang ideas Davao karon kay murag ilang gi-register na as murag private entity ang ilahang so ang team ba ang grupo ba na nya kanang basin niya naapay steps before ana man ba basin niya mature na kay na bitaw nga kuan
Oo. Oo.
nga step.
Sige, pwede. Ato na lang buhaton dili na ako sige may mutok no. Gusto niya lang pud mo. Pwede ka ni Sir Jer nga ikaw mag-introduce sa DASIG Sir Jer. Sige na Sir Jer, be.
kapoy ng English Ma'am Jan.
Gikapoy na ko gusto niya ani nila sa WhatsApp ba.
Eh kanang
Pe-
i-introduce lang ni ma'am. Nya
sige, sige.
gana.
Sige, okay ha. Then wingon din ko nga, I will give the floor to Joridel to introduce, to give you
Das.
more thorough background of the consortium. Hay, ka na bala na ha?
Sige ma'am. Pero asa ka itong slide ano?
Na si Neil.
Ako
Okay,
i-send,
okay,
sir,
sige.
group
Sige.
chat.
Or pwede na ikaw mo kuan sa.
Pwede ko mo-share, sir. Share screen.
Sige, okay. Sige.
Email lang ko, sir.
Hmm.
Pero tanaw ko sa ang sulod sa slide.
Ako
Basig
i-send sa group
nasa.
chat, sir.
Actually,
Ah,
murag mo man atong sa Japan na to sa una din.
okay.
Then, pwede na ni mo i-discuss dun sa katapusan mga partnerships kay para wa
Partners.
po na sila kabalog kinsa na si DOST, si DICT ug unsa pa.
Hmm.
Ang last slide, sir, kay atong sulong initiative. Right away ka kutob, sir.
Okay. Sige.
So kay anyway katong gi-share nako sa inyo nga file kagahapon. Murag na to siya background og sa ato ang mga universities katong ug sa ato ang individual nga incubator katong ako hindi pa nga ninyo before. Gi-share na to sa ilaha. Naday si Ning di ay. So na si Ning katong kuyog nako sa kuan sa Korea og training din ang director sa ThaiBispa mismo. Then na ilaing duha, upat sila kabuok. So, kabalukin sa ni sila. Sining actually na siya sa airport karon kay palarga nga pud ni siya. But ingan man siya nga i-try jud ko niya join. So, first time pa na mag-meet mo. So, bali sining ang sa Science Park. Then kanang tulo tingali is di na yeah, sa ang kaning tulo sa taga ThaiBispa. Okay, so we have 3 minutes.
Ang last slide sa nil kay ang
Atong sulong initiative, sir, before sa partners na to. I think mo na ang i-discuss.
okay. Sige.
Depende na nimo Sir Jor o ganahan
Ikaw,
ka
sir, ang same.
discuss beyond
Pero
that.
kaning caravan. Wala.
Yes, sir.
Wala.
Okay, para
Okay.
gid pod kay nga no ningon mo gud sining daho ko ng possibility nga maka MOU signing ta with ThaiBispa. So I think we also have to sell our consortium nga unsa may naana dili
Okay.
karon nga naman ta mag MOU nila and then what will be stipulated in the MOU.
Okay. Sige. Sige, ma'am. Kana so magchat-GPT lang siguro tagkuhan kanang focus nga question sa engagement sa
Sige ikaw
pagkuhan.
na.
So murag kita gani. So unsay challenges nato as a consortium mabritan. For example sa investment Sir Jazz, pwede siguro nimo i-raise lang to. Yeah, so focus lang ka sa murag investment niya. Ang sa amo so man yung challenges. So yung sa nila pag ang ilang acceleration, kumusta ang ilang acceleration, no? O lastly,
O kanang how to find teams nga kanang murag ready for investment and ready for acceleration.
Pwede ka na
mga
siguro. Mas better
Mm.
na siya.
ang sakit
Na,
ta ma'am dyan?
unsa pag-assess no?
Ha,
Murag, unsa
unsa
pag-assess
ang
nga
pag-assess ug
ang
unsaon nato na pag handhold sa atong mga startup nga para ready na gid sila for investment and acceleration.
ano lang siguro tayo
Kay
focus nga
science park man sila.
uh,
Dayon, considering pod na, for example, we are incubators from universities, no? Basig lahi ang, unsa ba? Lahi ang ilahang style sa pag-manage incubator sa university-based incubator dito. Kay ang ilang science and technology park is government.
oo, yeah. Mm.
Mm.
Usually sa ASEAN, except Philippines, kay mga government usually, di ba? Ang Malaysia,
Mm.
ilang tech park, government
Yeah, even
kapadagan.
even Hong Kong o
Mm.
Taiwan, katong dito bitaw ta sa Japan. O mo na ilang gi-discuss ba. So anyway, tulo ka buk atong points of discussion karon. Ang una will be organization introductions. Dayon. Number two is the discussion on collaboration. No, how could we say create a win-win terms and conditions sa MOU that will be stipulated later on sa contract. And then how do you like ThaiBispa to share or support you in the training or upskilling sa August?
Ma'am Jan, kanang masabtan ra ilang English.
Oh, klaro naman.
Yeah.
Oo. Better than Indian. Okay na?
Pero,
Ato na
pero
silang
sa to
i-admit.
ba? Ay, wait lang.
Oh.
1 minute. Kanang, unsa ato, if ever ba, unsa man atong ma-offer for them here? I think muna ato. Di ba kayo? Naman tayo pangayo nga training. Pero sa to, on
Oo.
their end, ba nga murag sa MOU, unsa ilang mabuhat
Ang akong
here?
imagine is like if they want to expand in the Philippines mo, assist lang ta through our network pod of incubators or with our linkage with the USCD, ICT, DTI. Marang ana ba?
Or market research na, maka-assist na kung
Oo,
feasible ba
sakto,
ilang,
sakto,
ano na lang,
sakto.
murag, we can help
Oo,
sa market research para
oo.
at least medyo
Yeah.
kuan gamay ba, murag, naning ka. Sige.
Lagi, ato silang i-admit. Admit only. Kana bala.
นะคะในส่วนของการทุกวันค่ะพอดีทางการแจ้งมาที่วันนี้คนเยอะมากค่ะที่แจ้งจะขออนุญาตอาจารย์ในเรื่องประมาณเที่ยงตรงในเดือนเที่ยงเพื่อจะมีเป็นก่อนนะคะค่ะและเที่ยวไปเป็นเสียงไม่ได้ค่ะวันนี้สปอร์ตกิจกรรมเพื่อศักยภาพในข้อการจัดการทรัพย์สินทางปัญญานะคะวันนี้เราได้รับเกียรติสมัครนะคะดรธเนศกระมวลชัยนะคะผู้บริการ และกรรมการบริหารสมาคมส่งเสริมเทคโนโลยีไทยธุรกิจ
ไม่
Good morning, everyone.
สวัสดีค่ะสวัสดีค่ะคุณหลิงอยู่ประเทศไหนคะตอนนี้
อยู่กรุงเทพค่ะ
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hi, good
Are we
Morning.
still
morning
waiting? Morning. Are we still waiting for other members to join us?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, from your end, are you still waiting for others?
Outside it's ready.
Okay.
From my team. Anyone else from Thailand Transport?
ครบแล้ว
Okay. Yeah, we are all set.
How about Ralph Sojoridel?
I think I have to check if he's joining.
Anyway, we can start now, I guess. So, good morning once again, everybody. Good morning from the Philippines. Thank you so much for giving us the time to meet with us this morning. this is a very important endeavor for our team because we're planning to visit Thailand by August, as what was probably already mentioned to you by Ning. So I met Ning in the Korean Science and Technology Park training in Korea, and I'm very happy to connect with her for this particular task to go to Thailand. So I'd like to first introduce the members of the DASIG consortium, and then later on we're going to introduce who we are, and what we do. So we have this morning with us Jason Nieva of University of the Philippines in Cebu. And then we have Joridel Rama from Cebu Institute of Technology University. And from our side at Silliman University, my name is Janice Forster, and our staff for the consortium, Mr. Neil Malihan. So good morning from the Philippines.
Morning. So should we start from introducing our team from Thailand, maybe? Just simply call me Ling. Ling and Ning, similar. Um, so basically, I'm a director of the association called ThaiBispa. It's the a network of incubators and science parks in Thailand. It's the only national association here. So we basically have a nationwide member across the country, and also we a gateway to connect with other members across the board. So basically, I have two colleagues with me today, Dr. Suchatai and Ms. Sunisa. Both of them are handling the program related to incubator and science park development, and also the soft landing program and global acceleration. So if you don't mind, let me share a quick one pager of who we are right here. So as I mentioned earlier, ThaiBispa is the nonprofit organization. So we act as an ecosystem integrator. So what we do in helping the community is that we are arranging lots of programs to build their capabilities and strengthen them to be able to manage their mechanisms such as incubators, accelerators, science parks, and other type of innovation supporting organizations. So we also have several kind of tools and mechanisms to help the parks and incubators for an open source for them to use as their tool in their organization. And last but not least, we also connect with the policymakers to give some kind of suggestions and recommendations in order to rest some of the points of views in order to strengthen the ecosystem. So, and on the right hand side, this is what we do. So we basically have 4 domains of services. First of all, it's related to capacity building. So we provide the training program from the basic Foundation 101 into several seminars, workshops, conferences, and knowledge sharing. We also collect some data, facts, and figures to help kind of aggregate and consolidate resources that would be useful to the community. And at the same time, we are trying to bring up this professionalism protocol into the ecosystem. So we provide the certification program to qualify staff in the incubators and science parks, and also the accreditation program to analyze the potential and maturity of the incubators and science parks to see how they are good in their services, and also what kind of a specialization they have as the main expertise. We also organized some of the our own awards. We call ThaiBispa Awards every year, and those who win the awards will be nominated to the Asian level awards. And last but not least, we also connect with other players in the ecosystem, including investors, mentors, which will be good stakeholder to help strengthen the incubators and science park. So from the past 15 years of ThaiBispa, we have worked across the country to build up more than 4,000 businesses in the country. And in the last 5 years, we have organized and initiated some program we call Global Acceleration Program for the startup to exchange their opportunities of either business or technologies transfer across the border. So in 2022, we did that with Shanghai Innovation Center, and we finally have one Thai company soft landing in Shanghai Science Park called Shaohojing Science Park, pretty much downtown in Shanghai. And some of the startups from Malaysia, the Philippines, I think they from Cebu University, they also had a chance to come visit and explore opportunities in Thailand under the project from Japan Fund. So finally, one of the Malaysian startups set up their company here in Thailand to continue expand their business. So that's some of the examples of the things that we did. And I'm also a resource person for United Nations, to train the I would say the personnel and the human resources in emerging countries. I just went to Mongolia, Ghana, Uzbekistan, and also Mozambique to provide them the overview of how innovation ecosystem should look like, and share the practices of Thailand, and also provide them some workshop to analyze their own context and help provide them some of the advice in order to pursue their plan and strategies. So that's pretty much who we are and what we did. So I am very honored to be part of your delegation, and I hope that our practices and experiences will be valuable for you in the near future. So yeah, that's from my side.
Wow, that's really very commendable. That's exactly why we thought that going to Thailand is one of the best ideas that we could do. So as what Joridel will share later on, we are actually practically very new in terms of promoting innovation in the Philippines. We just had our law approved in 2019. So anyway, you mentioned about trainings or workshops that you used to do with other countries, as well as the ecosystem development that you are already practicing in Thailand. That's exactly what we need to learn, no, in our delegation. So I will give the floor to Joridel to share who DASIG is. You will learn later on that DASIG is just one of the consortium in the Philippines. I guess how we are structured here is different than how it is in Thailand, but that's exactly why we're going there, to find out what are the best practices, what we should change, or what should we do more. So yeah, I'll give the floor to Joridel, please.
Hello, everyone. Again, we are very thankful for accepting us, for accepting our invitation and potential partnership, our potential visit in Thailand very soon, maybe in August, if that gets approved by our supporting government agency, which is the DOST. Now, let me just share to you the just a short background of our consortium. So we are located at the center part of the Philippines, which is the Central Visayas. So it is also called as Region 7. So that's where we serve. Yes. So next slide, sir. So we call ourselves DASIG, so Development and Acceleration Support in Innovation Growth in Central Visayas. So we are composed of three TBIs. Currently, it's from UP Cebu, then Silliman University from Negros, from Dumaguete, and then Cebu Institute of Technology is also from Cebu. And there is a new addition to the list of TBIs in the consortium, which is BAISU, or Bohol Island State University. So we were established, or DASIG was established because of the primary support of our government, which is through this laws enacted just last 2019. So first we have the Innovative Startup Act, and then the um, Philippine Innovation Act. So we're able to get support, particularly financial support from our government agencies such as the DOST, DTI, and DIACT because of these laws. And they helped us first. Prior to 2019, they helped us establishing our individual TBIs, or technology business incubators. And these TBIs are university based. And then, yeah, so these are the member TBIs so far. These are the only DOST supported TBIs um, yeah, which are members of the DASIG consortium. There are still other TBIs in the region, but they are privately supported. Next slide, Sharneen. Okay, so through the ReSeed program of the Department of Science and Technology, or yes, so we have 16 regional consortia all over the Philippines. And again, as mentioned, we are located at the center of the Philippines, and we call ourselves at DASIG. Next slide, please. Okay, so the primary um, mission of the team is to help startups, help develop startups, and then accelerate them so that we can increase the number or our productivity in terms of developing knowledge-based and commercially oriented startups. But since we are university-based, we prioritize research outputs and startups which are um, which belong to the university, but we also extend our support to the external startups as well. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are our objectives: to establish a startup development program promoting long-term sustainability, to create network of successful entrepreneurs, to enhance our startup ecosystem, and to provide startups and enablers with centralized platform and partner with LGUs in the Region 7. Before we were established, there are already initiatives and efforts helping our um, innovators, our startups. But the feedback on the ground is that these programs are overlapping, or they are competing with each other. For example, one government agency is offering this service, and then other government agency is also offering the same service. So it somehow becomes a competition. So one of our goals is to somewhat like harmonize all these initiatives so that we can streamline the process of our innovation development. Next slide, sir. So we divided our tasks into three different parts, and this becomes our strategy. So since the active members, there are only three active member TBIs of DASIG. So we divided the initiatives into three parts. So first is the startup strategic development and acceleration support, handled by us, the CITU TBI, which is the Wildcat Innovation Labs. And then unity through collaboration and partnership, handled by the Silliman University, and their TBI is Synergy TBI. And then the long-term sustainability through policies and investments, that is handled by UP Cebu in it, the TBI of UP Cebu. So that's also the reason why it's Ma'am Janice who is spearheading the collaboration and partnership initiatives of DASIG. So that is why uh, she is the main contact of Ma'am Ning, and to make this collaboration possible. Next slide, please. So far, in our 1 year of operation, we collaborated with DICT, that's the Department of Information and Communications Technology, the DOST, Department of Science and Technology, and then the DTI, Department Trade and Industry. So these are the three government agencies which are spear, which are spearheading um, the implementation and enactment of the Innovation Act law in the Philippines. And we also collaborate with CHED, the Commission on Higher Education, to promote technopreneurship to students early on in their education. Okay. Yes, we partnered with some accelerators and enablers in the country as well. So we have initial talks with ExoAsia. Dohe is an accelerator. We have Blue Sea 53 from Singapore, New Energy Nexus, which is focusing on renewable energy, and then Wadwani Foundation. So Wadwani is offering a free platform and resources for technopreneurship. Next slide, please. Yeah. So we've done some activities in 1 year. And the next slide, Sir Neil. Yeah. So we helped government agencies promote their programs. So here we partnered with DICT in gathering, in screening and evaluating participants in their Philippine Startup Challenge. So mainly this challenge is participated by students from the universities. We also have partnership with the DOST. Um, so we conducted the Blue Tech Innovation Challenge last year. This was also participated by several students from the Region 7 or the Central Visayas. And Blue Tech is about, or Blue Tech Innovation Challenge is about helping or assisting or developing solutions to that is somewhat related to um, the seas or our resources in the sea, such as fishes and um, other resources. Next slide, Sergey. So we also partner with DTI, so the Department of Trade and Industries. So Fusion program is spearheaded by UP Cebu in it, sorry, Jason Nieva. So what we do in this program is we gather the researchers from different universities and we help them. We offer workshops and services so that their research outputs will be successfully commercialized. Next slide, Sunil. Yeah, so this is one part of that fusion program, Thrive Workshop. So we provided mentorship to the researchers. So I think there are two startups from that program, from the fusion program, who were able to successfully transition from being just a research output into a commercial startup product, and they are now uh, actively participating in the initiatives and programs of DTI. So hopefully they can successfully transition from a research output to a successful startup. So we also have this Launch Lab Pre-Acceleration Program. This one is headed by the Wildcat Innovation Labs of CITU. So we assist startups, early stage startups in our region. And so what we do is we conduct readiness and needs assessment in these startups, and based on the result of their assessment, we offer tailored services to each of these startups. Next slide, Jenny. Okay, so this one is just one of the programs that we partnered with, that we have collaborated with our partner accelerator, which is DOHE. So we help train TBIs in Region 7 as well. So to promote, so one of the initiatives that we have identified to improve the quality of our startups is to introduce technopreneurship in the universities. So we conducted a caravan in different universities in Region 7. So we assisted, we evaluated how they offer their technopreneurship, and then we are currently in the process of somehow reviewing um, the technopreneurship contents, and see how we can offer a coherent content which is relevant, and which is also out of the feedback we got from our partner accelerators. Okay, next slide, Charlie. Yeah, so that's it. Um, that's what we are doing at DASIG, and currently, the reason why we are looking to upskill ourselves, to connect with you guys, is that in our first year of operation, there is no shortage of challenges, and we need to somehow get ideas, best practices from our partners, so that we could we would be able to transition from being, striving, I mean, struggling consortium uh, into a sustainable one, and that's the next phase of our program actually in Reseed. Stage Year 2 is focused on sustainability. So thank you, Mom Jan.
Yeah, so I think you already have an idea of how young we are in terms of uh, in terms of innovation or commercialization in the Philippines. There are a lot of challenges that we have encountered, really starting from our educational system to the culture and the mindset of our students and also of our researchers. So we really need to double time because we are also pushed by the government to really come up with a lot of startups and commercialize a lot of research outputs. So that's why we have this grant also from the government so that we could improve ourselves. So thank you.
Right. Thank you so much for the introduction and also the comprehensive summary of the visit. Um, Although you are early, but you have done a lot, very impressive. What I would like to continue on this dialogue is going to be a few questions. First of all, what would be the expected results from this delegation for you to come to Thailand? Any specific kind of indicators that you have to deliver when you get back to the Philippines?
Mm. It's really primarily more on the sustainability of the consortium.
Okay.
Yes, so we need to ensure that even after the funding of the government, we will still be
Yep.
able to sustain ourselves. And
Okay.
yeah, what was that we discussed earlier? So
Yeah.
Jason?
So first, Ms. Ling, the current challenge of the consortium, or even up to the TBI level, each TBI level, is that you have almost 100% abandon rate of innovation. So, meaning to say, um, we are having almost 0% transition from uh, research output or potential startups into becoming a startup. And then we also have current startup. Right now we have startups in our pipeline, but they are they are struggling to upscale, and they're struggling to make it in the market. So um, I know
So,
that
yeah,
for a
yeah.
fact, yeah,
Let me recap a bit. For when you mean they are um facing a challenge of upscaling their business, which means even in the domestic market, or um what do you mean in terms of scale? It's like they just take off, but not really be able to like make their
yeah,
first dollar or something. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay,
So, yeah. So
okay,
in terms of making it in our domestic market.
okay,
Mm.
okay.
Some
So
of them,
basically,
they're
sure. Go ahead, please, Jenny.
sorry. So some of them are actually already operating in like
Okay.
in our cities or in
Yeah,
some municipalities or even in our region. But when
yeah,
we were, because we were also in Japan last year, and when we talk
yeah.
about partners from other countries, we really know that we could not be competitive. No, we could not expect them to go out of the Philippines and expand their
Okay,
businesses globally. So they are not ready
okay.
for that. And even if, for example, in the investments, there
Yeah,
are other investors who would come to us looking for a particular startup, and they are
mhm,
not really as qualified as those that are already existing in other
mhm.
countries. And so sadly, there is a mismatch because industries here would rather invest in startups that are from other countries or that
Yeah,
are already stable rather than investing in local
yeah.
startups that are supposed to be who we are going to help in the first place.
That's very common. I mean, it's like well, they are quite risk averse type of players, so they won't be able to take any risk involved in the investing in startup, or even plugging startups into their supply chain. So that's I think that's very logical. But what I mean is that I think we should come back to the first button to solve, if we could have a chance to also go through your portfolio of startups. Maybe you can collect, I mean, you can select some of them, like three of them. So we can go look around what kind of business they are doing, what kind of unique value proposition they have, in order to see how they can become competitive even in the domestic market and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the view that I use to practice when I also a mentor for the startups abroad, even in Thailand. I mean, it's just is not nothing wrong, but we need to understand that kind of situation. So yeah, I think I got your point. So I'll try to design the contents of the workshop that I'm helping Thailand Science Park to organize. And yeah, anything else like in terms of collaboration or MOU signing or anything else you need to bring back home?
Yeah, more on ecosystem development as well. And I think Jason also raised his
Yeah.
hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, also
Yeah.
on the policies, perhaps, of what policies locally or domestically should be there, should be prepared for us to have
Okay,
a better ground
okay.
to flourish. No? Jason, can you add
Yes.
something?
Hello everyone. Hello Ning. Hello Miss Ling. Uh, we were also discussing previously no, na maybe we would also want to learn from you, like how we can expand the consortium, because as you
Mm,
saw in the orientation of Sir Jurid there, so far we
Mhm.
have only 3 TBIs, and there's a lot of
four.
work to be done. For now, there's 3 core. There's a possible
Mm,
one joining, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the ecosystem, and we think we also
mm,
need siguro maybe some guidance, and maybe
mm,
some
Mhm.
background on how we can expand for example, the membership
Mhm.
of our consortium, how we can invite maybe other universities or maybe other stakeholders, so that it will
Mhm.
also help in our sustainability
mm.
as well once the funding from the government is done.
Yeah,
So
just to add to that, we actually already have initial memorandum of agreements with some local universities. But because our fund is really the way the government is helping us is they give us a fund in order to create activities, but it is managed individually by the three universities that
Yep.
are also funded initially by the government. So we do not have funds to really extend farther beyond the ecosystem development. If we're going to ask or help other universities to put up their own incubators or help their own researchers, we do not have a concentrated fund to do that in other universities. So sometimes we have the memorandum of agreement, but we could not also sustain all activities to be only on that aspect of our deliverables.
Okay, so let me share the early stage of network of I would say business incubators in the universities in Thailand. I would say that it's 100% funded by the ministry. At the time, it was Ministry of Science and Technology, most, which is pretty much equivalent to those in your country. But without that kind of initial budget, it's quite challenging for the university to bring themselves on board, if not a strong support from their university presidents or the chancellors, because some of these works are not quite the main functions of the universities.
That's
Universities
right.
are more on education and research. They are not doing this kind of activity as part of their daily life. So if there is no such of support, I mean both financial and non-financial, it's going to be challenged. And even though with the support from the ministry, not all of them survive. There are a lot of factors involved. First, maybe the strengths of their research assets are not kind of unique or commercializable. So that might be some points that we have to look into. So and also the other hand was the team, the structure. So there are a lot of factors involved of setting up this incubator. I mean, you guys are in the field, right? So bringing someone on board who understand what it takes to be a good incubator is not easy. It's not like you graduate out from school and you know what to do. So it's mainly practice-based kind of mission. So it takes a lot of time. Even in Thailand, from the 80 plus university incubators, it took them almost 10 years to build up the sustainability of the whole ecosystem. But still, from that 80 plus incubators, only half of them are what we call potential, like those who can still work on activities and raise some awareness from inside university and from outside stakeholders. So there are a lot to do. We can talk about it later on when we meet up in Bangkok. So yeah, just give you some senses of urgency and what we call the contribution to be involved. So yeah, please, if there's anything else you can raise up. I'll collect some data to help with that.
Yeah. So just to add to Ma'am Janice's input, we are also willing to because right now the support that you are getting in HTBI is really from the DOST and DOST alone. We are also having some challenges to get support from our own universities, and that's for a fact. So with that, as part of the initial assessment, we are also willing to share to you the type of support, and so even the share of the in terms of LIB, let's just say, for example, if we have
The
a
line
budget
item
from
budget.
yeah
Mm.
line item budget, so that we will also have idea as to if it's enough for us to run the program. Because to be honest with you,
Mhm.
we are given this budget, and we are also given some numbers. Let's say, for example, one objective we have is to accelerate 10 startups with each startup having, let's just say, 50,000 pesos or 60,000 pesos for that acceleration. So what I'm trying to say is that we also want to know, because in the next phase, when we propose again a service to the DOSC to be funded, this time we want to negotiate. Uh, let's just say we want to say, oh, this one is not enough. This is not possible according to
Yeah.
the budget. So we want to have a good idea. Yeah, we want to benchmark from you guys as to how you are doing your acceleration, or as to how your government is supporting your programs as well.
Yeah. Yeah, just to add to that as well, none of our startups are willing to pay for any incubation services that we give them. So we are
That's very
wondering
common.
how.
That's very common.
Yes, so they want everything for free, and some of them jumps
Yep.
from one incubator to another, getting help and support also from other government agencies aside
Yep.
from us
Yep.
and aside from our own incubator. And so we want to find out, how do we sustain after the government gives us this budget, and once
Um,
the government no
yeah.
longer is willing to give us funds, how are we
I
going
could say, yeah, I could
to
say the
continue?
business incubators is more like a cost unit than business unit, frankly.
Mm,
So unless you can build the strong portfolio of startups that can make money, and you put some shares into the company, and that would take like 5 to 10 years to collect the result, to crop your production, right? It's not like you can like grow the tree and get the fruits right away. So to me, frankly, not easy to run incubator, only the incubator as a business unit. It's been, I would say, it's been a very hard working job for even in Thailand and other countries like emerging economies and developing countries. We don't have that kind of strong ecosystem in place. The industry doesn't put any efforts to help. There's no such investors that can come into early stage and anything. So, frankly, that is also our ideal stage to look forward. But for now, we're still working on it. We're still working on it. We hadn't seen better signal, I mean, in the past few years, but still, it's not like a critical mass of support or feasibility that shows the sustainability of, I mean, in terms of finance sustainability for the incubators right now. Even the private incubators in Thailand, they have a lot more opportunities without like any restrictions from the universities or from the government. They're still struggling. They're still struggling. So what they did in many ways, they act as the accelerator to connect the startups with the potential investor, and they took some commission. So what they did is pretty much to find the money and be a connector to bring in that money and took some commission out of it. But they need to be very high performance. It's a very, I would say, another type of mentality to be in place for the team, for the ecosystem. So it's quite challenging, but yeah, we can plan for that. But yeah, we need to understand the conditions or constraints involved. But yeah, just some ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah. Even our researchers are also sometimes problematic, even for our own incubator, because they do
Yep.
not have they're happy with the publication or research
Yep.
presentation. They do not want to
It happens
commercialize
everywhere.
anymore.
Trust me.
Yeah, so yeah,
You're not alone. You're not alone.
it's good to hear that, because we're thinking we've been operating as an incubator for 5 years, we're still struggling. So it's really a relief to hear that you said 5 to 10 years. So we still have
Yeah,
about a few years more to prove ourselves, because in the
that's a good
Philippines,
number. Mhm.
in the
But
Philippines, a lot of incubator managers are already resigning. We feel that sometimes the job is too heavy, and we also understand the importance of the ecosystem, but the ecosystem have their own agency objectives or requirements, and so
Yeah.
we end up just fulfilling our requirements, our numbers, but there's really
yep,
nothing tangible in the end. So
right.
it's a tough job.
It's not all your fault. You mean, it's like it's not you alone that can work this make it happen. It's just also other factors involved, the ecosystem you are with, the factors of the um, private sector and stuff like that. So it's beyond what you can control. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
so
So we are
yeah.
trying our best. We are trying our best, but yeah, we have to understand the threats and opportunities at the same time. So let's see, we can come up with some of the strategic planning for now, like what I can do when I build up the strategic plan for other incubators is like you have to think about your SWOT, and then we can do a trials metrics to understand the how to set up the strategic plans for each for the network, I mean for the consortium, and even for each university. Because when you bring someone else on board, they have to see what's value they I mean in it for them. So if they don't really see what you're delivering in terms of the university's benefit to their own universities, how they can convince their boss to join the consortium, right? So,
Oh, that's
so
right.
something like that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's
So,
a very nice route to start with.
sure. So, I'm
Thank you
not
so
sure.
much.
Most of the Philippine colleagues that came across my network, like from let me check. Last time I have welcomed the consortium from Mimaropa region, um,
Mm,
driven by DOST, and also Capiz State University, the TBI. I think they all need the certification of appearance when they get back to their country. Is it part of your
Yeah.
uh,
your receipts or anything?
Certificate of
we
appearance. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So because yeah, I recall this to Ning um ahead so that we have to prepare because this is going to be an um, additional expense on that. But I'll leave it to you to discuss with Ning in details.
Mm,
But just to raise your awareness first, if you need it, we need to prepare it ahead before you arrive.
mm. Yes. So
Okay.
right now, so already explained this with Ning before, that we actually already have the initial approval from the Department of Science and Technology that we allocate
Yeah.
this amount for the trip. But then
Yeah.
after this, once the itinerary is already in place, we need to submit again the itinerary, the
Yeah.
final itinerary to
Sure.
the OST, and convince them that this is not only in the incubator level, this is in the ecosystem development
Okay.
stage kind
Correct.
of trip. No, because
Yeah.
I believe that those universities that you mentioned, they have just established their own incubators, and so more on the purpose of going there is for the incubator. But for us, because we are we were established a few years earlier than Memoropa and our copies. Then more
Yeah.
on our focus is on the ecosystem development, sustainability,
Okay.
maybe on policy making,
Yep.
not really policy making, but engagement with the local government unit to
Okay.
create the
Okay.
policies necessary for our startups.
Sure.
More on like that.
What I could also add on to the maybe your proposal to submit to the UST would be the conceptual framework of the workshop that we are going to organize and host for you, so that they could get a clear picture. What's the key messages we are discussing, and what would be the expected results or outcome after the delegation. I mean, from the
Yes.
workshop that I help Ning is running. But the rest of the itinerary, I think Ning has prepared it for you. So
Yes.
she could probably provide you the kind of synopsis of what you will get from each point of destination that you will meet with.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much. Yeah, so in my request to Ning, I also mentioned if it is possible to have a memorandum of understanding with some of the key agencies that we are going to visit in Thailand.
Yeah.
So we are wondering if it's something that you also find beneficial, like if say, for example, if some of your startups have plans to expand in the Philippines and they need some help, say, for validation or for market validation, yeah, maybe that's something that we could also look into.
All right. So anything else you wanna add, Ning?
Yeah. Colleen, would it be possible if like to see like opportunity to sign an MOU with the ThaiBispa?
On our side, we have no concern. Just we can also share the template we have with from other countries. I mean that other partners to see the concept of how the MOU looks like, and this will be some input for the team to look at it. And if you wanna modify it, just let us know. We can help arrange that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Sure, sure. All
So we
right.
are very
So
grateful to Ning for doing all of the work, the groundwork from the Thailand side. I know that she's also very busy, but she really found time to create the
yeah, I think
itinerary for
she's
us.
now preparing to be on board. So I won't keep her too long.
That's right, that's right. Yes, she's about to travel. Okay,
Yeah.
so thank you so much.
All right. Thank you
And
for
I
your
hope to
time.
see all of you soon.
Sure. Looking
All right.
forward to
Thank
it.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
Have
you
a good
you.
so
one.
much.
Bye.
ขอบคุณ
Bye-bye.
ค่ะ
Safe
คุณ
trip,
หลิง
Ning.
Bye sis
Bye. See you soon.
yeah
Hopefully.
okay bye bye see you guys
Bye. Safe trip. Pabilin sa ta? Okay. At least kay masabtan na kay siya mo English, no? First time na ko ito nagkatato
Ma'am.
niya.
Ma'am.
No.
Ay, yun na. Okay.
Napay-nabili tayo sa panglibak.
Oh,
May usa na
Stop
pabili.
recording sa nila.